Hello my loves, I'm Ellie Frost, and on this channel we're talking about the multi-dimensional approach to rapidly and radically healing and transforming during and after narcissistic abuse. And this video is about how the narcissist will sabotage you, right? This can happen in subtle ways sometimes, very covert ways, right? So you might not realize at first how much they are sabotaging your health, your wealth, your purpose on the planet, your ambition to achieve certain things, your goals, everything, right? And they'll generally make you generally get physically sick in these environments in some way. So the first thing you might notice is how they will diminish, minimize, or invalidate any of your achievements, or just completely ignore them. Yeah, if you say you got a degree in something, or you did some training, or I don't know, you made a beautiful cake, right? You'll notice how they'll just, I mean, when they're love bombing you, they will be happy about it. They'll be different. But outside a love bombing stage, in the majority of the relationship, which is the devaluing stage, you know, they'll just not celebrate and be excited and encouraging, really, of your achievements, right? And people say it's because they're jealous. They channel, it seems like jealousy, but it's more like they just get angry at people doing well, people being happy. Happy and fulfilled people are the hardest to control, right? So this whole dynamic is a control. It's all to control you. It's all to erode your self-esteem and sense of self and identity. After a narcissistic abusive relationship, we tend to have lost ourselves and lost who we were. So they diminish, minimize, and invalidate accomplishments. You might even notice that around other people, like they will seem pissed off at what you've achieved and put it down, either actively or covertly, you know, by just ignoring it. Now, an overt narcissist especially will actively be destructive towards things that make you happy. And how this can happen subtly is because your whole life becomes about them and what they need, not who you are and what you need, right? You might not have noticed that you've let go of your friends, or you're not doing hobbies and things that you used to do for your own personal development and growth, right? Because narcissists come to sabotage your evolution, your personal development and growth. So you might have just noticed, oh, I seem to have let go of maybe my own health, maybe my own well-being, and I'm going to get into that because we get depressed in these cycles and we stop looking after ourselves. But you might notice that you've stopped doing things, right, that you used to enjoy. Yeah, the narcissist actively will destroy your happiness, no doubt about it. And it will often start in very subtle ways, when it will seem like maybe they want to spend more time with you, or they, you know, they'll have maybe a covert way of like suggesting that you let go of things that really are things that you help identify you as you, things that give you pleasure, things that give you joy. When you've done something for yourself, they could just ignore it. And I remember, right, once I changed my hair dramatically, like I put a fringe in and I coloured the bottom blue. My boyfriend, the covert narcissist, he just ignored it, right? He just ignored it. Now, there's no way you could notice the dramatic difference in my hair, but things like that, you know, they have nothing nice to say. He just ignored it. Why? Because he wanted to trigger my insecurities, to make me wonder whether he liked it or not. It's like, you could change something about your appearance and the narcissist will ignore it. You could put on some nice lingerie for a partner or something, and he might dismiss it or something, you know, just to put you down, just to make you insecure. They do it in quite subtle ways a lot of the time. If you've got an overt narcissist, they'll do it in more unsubtle ways, more direct ways, right? But all of this is about depleting your self-esteem and sense of identity and sense of self, right? And it's a way of controlling you into not serving your own needs and happiness, but just being what the narcissist needs and wants you to be, which is in their control, serving them, basically giving them what they want and need. What they want and need counts, what you want and need doesn't. So we tend to let go of self-care in this cycle. You might have got depressed. A lot of people put on weight, lose weight, develop autoimmune problems, just because we're being depleted over time. And energetically, you might notice that, oh, one other thing was events, birthdays, graduations, any celebration, right? This is when the narcissist is bound to kick up, right? I've got one on here about what to know about the narcissist at Christmas, but they want to spoil any event, especially when the attention is on you. They don't want you happy and fulfilled. They want you controlled and beaten down, right? So the classic narcissist will start ruining big days for you, yeah? or break up with you at a time when it's, you know, a really important time in your life. Maybe you're going through a lot. Yeah. Classically, if you get sick and unwell, the the behavior will get worse, because it's a great time to beat you down when you're already depleted. So they're not very good at caring for you when you're unwell most of the time, unless they're love bombing you. They will actually, you know, often just ignore you, seem a bit frustrated. Yeah, I've made a video about the narcissistic smirk. It's called the narcissistic smirk. Have you seen it? When something bad happens in your life, they have this smirk. Yeah, they actually enjoy it. They get pleasure in your pain. They get pleasure in hearing that things are not going well for you, right? What a great person to have around, not, yeah? Destructive energy. They like to spoil your joy. Yeah, they don't want resolution. They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to be achieving too much, right? This is all because you'd be harder to control for them. They like to isolate you from your interests, your hobbies, your true identity, right? Because they are much easier to manipulate and gaslight when you're isolated. Yeah. And you might not think, well, you might think the narcissists in my life haven't told me not to do those things. No, but I bet they're taking a lot of your time and energy. So you're not managing to meet other friends and go to the gym and do whatever your thing was, you know, whatever made you happy. You'll notice you let go of your hobbies, you let go of people, and the narcissist knows what they're doing. Their behaviors are manipulation tactics in order to separate you from your sense of self and what you enjoy in life, and mold you into what they need you to be, because they've got the subconscious program that they're planting in your brain that you don't really matter, and in your own right you don't exist. You just exist to serve them. You become someone who they want you to be, not who you really are. Now, healthy relationships, they make you more of who you are. They love what makes you unique and your passions and interests. Narcissists don't. They get irritated by if you have anything that might take your attention off of them, including your pets. They could feel that way. This makes us often depressed, overwhelmed, and over time you realize like how little of yourself you're being, right? Because you're not allowed to be yourself. You have to be what they need you to be, and what you've let go of. So if you found this has happened to you and you've let go of interests, hobbies, friends, you know, things like that, just comment below. And if you've got some stories to share on this, do share on the channel, because it's always interesting, you know, to share what we've been through. And if you want to join my program Sovereign, it will transform your life. That's my intention for it. It's a fantastic program on healing and manifesting your best life after narcissistic abuse or during it. So check out that in the comments. Lots of love, guys. Thanks for being here, and I'll speak to you soon.